Hi everyone, welcome to another battle report. I'm still figuring out my Northern Alliance, this time versus the Trident Realm of Neretica.
Hello there! I like to watch battle reports to get better at games. So I started making short, summarized battle reports that focus on learning points. So welcome to my channel, Newbie Dice. Do like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you enjoy my videos. Do consider speeding up this video with the YouTube settings to consume this content or other YouTube content in a fraction of the time.
Alright, so continuing along my games of Northern Alliance, and I'm still figuring things out. I've played this list a few times now, so it has 17 drops and 15 of them score, which is the most interesting thing I like about this list because it has a lot of units that are 100 over points. The only 3 expensive units are the 2 Hearth Guards and Hrim. Okay, my opponent's list, so Trident Realm with 14 drops, but a lot of individuals. My opponent likes to play a lot of individuals, so only 10 of them score because he has 4 individuals. The Aquamage, Mythican, Siren, and Actor. So, Placoderms, Worm Riders, Dambusters, Tidal Swarms, Knuckle, Coral Giant, Formation, and so on. Okay, so let's see how things go. Before that, let's have a quick shout out to my local game store.
If you're from the Asia Pacific region, do consider checking out Hammer House website for your hobby needs. They carry a wide range of miniatures and hobby supplies, including Mantic, Vallejo, Scale 75, and Green Stuff World products.
Alright, so we are playing Stockpile. This is one of the newer Clash 24 scenarios. So there's a stack of 3 tokens over here, and a stack of 2 tokens and 2 tokens on each of these sides. My goal is to win this too, okay, because there's this piece of rock over here, which is a blocking terrain, which forces me to split my forces, and I feel that makes it not ideal for me to grab the token here. So I decided to focus a lot of my power here. One big issue is there's a lot of difficult terrain in my way, so in the form of a forest and a piece of field over here. So it kind of slows down my advance, and my Pathfinder things are my Pack Hunters, right? So 1 Pack Hunter here and 2 over here. So I decided that, I need 1 Hearth Guard at least more centrally in between these 2 tokens. So that's where this one went, the other one went over here. Okay, that's a Tidal Swarm that has scouted upwards. So I don't remember who won the roll for sides and first turn, but nonetheless, I took the first turn. I moved my units up, and I think I probably moved 5 inches up to be able to take some shots. So the shots were not very significant. I think I missed all the shots into the Tidal Swarm here, and I think I shot some into the Coral Giant. Mainly because it's the only one that I can shoot without cover. The Pack Hunters already hit on 5s because they have no steady aim. So that's why I shot at the Coral Giant. I might have dealt a wound and it got Ryan resolved off. And does my opponent have healing in this list? Yes, he does have Aquamage with heal 5. So he has a lot of healing. He also has Bug Skin in the list. So a lot of wound mitigation and recovery. So on his turn, I also cast Hex on the Siren. One of these 2 individuals is the Siren, and it failed basically. 2 dice Hex. Okay, this I think is the Mythican, and then Actor is somewhere around here. Okay. So what he did in response, oh right, one more mistake I made. Okay, so over here, if you looked at my deployment, there was nothing shooty over here, so I thought it's safe to put my half elves up, but in hindsight, I should always pay KG with the half elves. I should just put the dwarf in front. So I must admit, I'm shaking off quite a bit of rust when I was going to this game. I thought, I could stand on top of the hill so that I could see past the hill. I of course have to march to get up there, and I just remembered the threat range of the Placoderm unit here, and I think there's a unit of River Guard behind, and I totally forgot about the Knuckle that has speed 9. So that kind of sucks, right? And he charged it, and he did roll well on the nerf and just took it out. So that is pretty sad on my side. Okay, so, oops, sorry. Point number 1. The Siren can cast lots of spells, so I think weakness went here. Wind Blasted over here. The Wind Blast deals damage, I think. So there's some damage taken on this unit. And the sucky thing is I have to move them up again, and then they will not have steady aim. And she hacks my Thane on Frostfang in return, because my Thane on Frostfang has the hexing wand. Okay, I think Tidal Spray shot over here, that a bit of wounds on the Hearthguard, 1. Okay. So, but he also has Buckskin on the Tidal Swarm. Pretty high. 5, right? So now it's in cover and Buckskin, and then you have 2 sources of shooting over here, which is the Pack Hunters and this Ice Elementals if it gets within 12 inches. So not likely to strip or waver this Tidal Swarm, which kind of sucks, right? So, yep, it is what it is. Let's move on. So top of 2, I'm keeping 14 inches away from his Giant because we both tread 14 inches. So, yep. Over here, I just repositioned the Dwarf to be a little bit cagey. I think they are trying to cover each other. So if the Knuckle charges this one, this Dwarf might be able to charge. And if it charges that one, that Dwarf might be able to charge. They only have 8-inch charge range, so that is a bit of a challenge as well. Staying out of the River Guard's line of sight because they're height 2 with the Leaper rule. They can see height 3, but the hill is height 3, so they can't see over here. Okay. So with the half elves gone, I think I was just trying to be cagey, just try to dance around this spot and delay this area as much as I can. Things moved out again. I shot at the Coral Giant. It does have Iron Resolve, so that kind of sucks. Over here, I did shoot at the Tidal Swarm, but it stripped the Buckskin, but dealt not enough to deal any damage. So, yep, I'm not very effective with the shooting right now, which is kind of sad. What else? Yep, staying 10 inches out from his Placoderms. So just shuffling things up. Taking note that if I charge my Hearthguard from the forest, it's gonna get hindered. If I charge other things in the forest, it is going to get hindered. So, yeah. Over here, he has very strong stuff, a horde of Dambusters, a regiment of Dambusters, and this is the Worm Riders as well as the Coral Giant. All the hard hitters are all here, flanked by the Placoderms. Okay, so let's see what I do, what he does in return. So he Buckskin up to 5 again, and yep, things shuffle around. So the River Guard, they have nimble, so they move all the way and turn around behind my turn around behind my dwarfs. Okay, over here they got wavered. This dwarfs got wavered on 2 damage. Where's the shooting source? I'm not too sure where's the shooting source. Perhaps it's the Siren. On the second turn, I did hex the Siren, so I took 2 damage to hex the Siren in return. And then, is there a rule that I can't hex them in return if I get hexed? I can't remember, but we play as if there's no such rule. I did hex her in return, and then she casted. Opponent says, screw it, I'm just going to cast all the spells still, and then she took a bunch of damage. Alright. Casting spells all over the place. I think one of the damage did waver the dwarfs. Might be a hex. Yeah, I can't remember where the shots come from. Oh well. Let's see over here in the middle. Buckskin went up to 5 again. Things shuffled forwards. And I was like, for some reason, with 3 units of archers, I'm still losing the shooting race. So I felt that I needed to do something about it, especially with some pressure over on this side as well. So top of 3, I charged in. So I think I triple charged the Tidal Swarm. Yeah, just to be safe, I just didn't feel that these two are gonna cut it because it does have the Buckskin 5 on it, right? And I'm gonna be these two have Pathfinder, but I still think it wasn't enough, so I charged Hearthguard, triple charged, along with the Ice Elementals as well, and then I reforms in such a way to block these two units. My Frostclaw Riders charged in to block the Worm Riders, Dam Busters. So all these hammer units are all blocked. I moved up, screening my Shrimp so that I get to threaten the Coral Giant, and my archer shot off the Siren since it was wounded. I think she does have Stealthy and Individual, but I just needed one wound to trigger the nerf check because she took a lot of wounds from Hex. Okay, this elf staying out of threat range of the Placoderms. So on the left, because of the River Guard looking at the dwarf unit's rear, right? So I decided I might as well charge the Knuckle, right? Because if not, it's gonna get killed anyway. So might as well hold the Knuckle down one turn. So in his response, let's see what happens. He double charges the let's see, talk about over here first. The Placoderms flank charge with the Knuckle front charge killed the dwarves. The River Guard shifted over here, and then over centrally, the Coral Giant and Actor charged into the wolves, taking out the Snow Foxes, taking out. Okay, and the problem with this is because Actor is standing here and is mighty, I could only fit one unit, either Shrimp or one of these Pack Hunters. So wasn't great. So the Frostclaw Riders and the Ice Elementals got killed in return. That's fair. The Foxes got killed by the Leaper Frogs. Okay. So then he's screening off these two units. I was like, okay, sure. Let's see what I do in return. Let's talk about here. So Half Elves and the Hearthguard killed the frogs. Pack Hunters jammed up the Placoderms. The Hearthguard charged into the Dam Busters, but they were hindered, right, because they don't have Pathfinder. So in the center, I decided to charge Shrimp on Coral Giant. I thought, with Slayer 2d6 plus 10, it'd be great. If I have considered the Coral Giant profile a little more, maybe I would have decided against it. It does have Ensnare, so I'm hitting on 5s. It does have Iron Resolve, right? And he does have Heal in the list, so I'm not dealing a lot of damage, and we're going to be stuck forever. Okay, in terms of the token, forgot to talk about token. So by charging and jamming things up, it also allowed me to pick up tokens. So over the right token, I pick up both of them by overlapping the foxes on the front half of the token pile and the Hearthguard on the back half of the token pile, which makes me think of another thing is whether I can pick up 2 tokens in one turn. That was something that we are not familiar with, so I do want to check that up. Okay, and here I did the same. I pick up 1 token each, so I'm not sure if that's allowed actually, so that's a good thing to check out while I go through this battle report. So next, so I'm holding 4 tokens. He killed the Snow Foxes, picking up 1 token, and so I charged it back and take the token back. So I think my Hearthguard is holding 2 tokens. Shrimp is holding 1. The Snow Foxes got killed, so the Coral Giant is holding 1 token as well. So I'm holding 1, 2, 3 tokens. So another thing is with the what do you call it? With the Pack Hunters, nothing good to shoot at. They started to shuffle around. One thing I failed to do was I exposed a flank here. These are frogs. They have the leaper rule, so they can jump over this blocking terrain and flank charge me. And they have height 3 line of sight, so they can see over onto this. So that was a mistake on my part. I should have tilted a bit more, because since I was thinking of facing the threats on the left, I could have just angled much more. Another mistake over here was this was behind Shrimp, right? So I started to move this way, but when I moved this way, I also did not like have a line of sight for the Coral Giant. I should have layered a second unit to flank charge the Coral Giant to take it out, because this being this giant against giant, we're stuck here for very long. Okay, I do have heal also, right? So yeah, so let's see. Over here also, my Frostfang Lord Tane has a 15-inch charge on the flank of the Dam Buster Regiment from the formation. I failed to waver both of these units, right? Two big attacks, but none of them wavered. Yeah, and this is with Frozen also, because Shrimp has the Chilling Presence, 6 inches, all the enemies get frozen, and the Tane on Frostfang has Tundra Fighters, vicious against Frozen. So 10 attacks, 3s and 3s, vicious. Not enough to kill, not enough to even waver. So bottom of 4, the frogs leaped over and killed over, and this is a big problem. It's now facing the entire rear of my army. Okay, Actor charged into the Pack Hunters. They were, I think they healed off. So Actor alone in the flank wavered them. Kind of sucks. So see over here, Placoderms and then Busters killed off the Pack Hunters over here. Okay. Yeah, this unit backed off, so I think I might have wavered it. Yeah, if not, you have counter charge, right? Yeah, so I might have wavered it, but then I got flank charged in by the other unit of them Busters, and then the Tane got killed off by the Knucker, probably a rear charge. Yep. So let's see now. Top of 5. So I killed off the Placoderms with a double charge, but now, firstly, the trade is happening, but not sure if it's fast enough. Okay, so I charged the Wounded Horde again and killed it off, and then I charged the Tane into the Dam Busters, hoping to do 1 wound, because they do have fly, hoping to do 1 wound to disorder it. I did not. Okay, so these 2 giants are still flailing at each other. The dwarves decided to just charge something, and right here the Placoderms would pick up the 2 tokens eventually. Okay, and then I'm still on 3, 1, 2, 3, right? And then he's on 3, 1, 2, and 3. This is the Coral Giant holding 1 token after killing off my Snow Foxes. And then there's still 1 central token, the exact center token still on the floor, still on the ground. Okay, so let's see what happens over here. He charged the 2 Mythican as well as the Dam Busters, the Riverguard Worm Riders into Oceanborn Worm Riders, right? Into this unit of Hearthguard. Wavered it, but no problem. I do have Fury. He charged this Knucker into the flank of the charged into the flank of the Hearthguard. My Hearthguard is still alive. Yeah, doing strong. I might have wounded the Dam Busters and wavered it. I think that's why it's backed off. Sorry guys, I'm thinking of the turn ahead in advance. So yeah, the giants continue to fly at each other, and this Riverguard killed off the Pack Hunters, I think. Yep. And Actor charged into my Tane. Okay, so what I do in return, let's see. Okay, because of these 2 Mythican charging here, right? I couldn't double charge the Worm Riders because I wouldn't have enough to fit on the front. So the thing is, the unit is like this, and my base would overlap onto the unit. Okay, I think he did base his unit on 25 mils. So if it was a 20 mil model, then I would have been able to fit because I would have exactly 40 mil of space if he centralized, right? Because I'm 100, which means it'll be 40 here, 20 of his base, and 40 behind. My width is 40 wide, okay? But because it's 25, then there's only a 37.5 spacing, and so my unit couldn't charge in, okay? So I couldn't double charge. So I charged to kill off the Mythican, and I charged the Hearthguard into the Worm Riders. Yeah, didn't waver it, so that's not great. But time is also running out. So my Tane charged into the Dam Busters again, hoping to kill it off. Not kill it off, but to deal one wound to disorder it. But it is pretty heavily wounded. But because he was on the obstacle, I did not waver it. I did not hit. I did not deal a single wound. Okay, so on the bottom of 6, I have 1 token here. I have 2 tokens here. He has 1 token on the giant, and he has 2 tokens here. Right. So the straightforward win would be to have this River Guard pick up this token over here with nimble, no problem. Okay, but he did decide to charge in. So the River Guard, the Dam Busters in the front, and the smaller frogs in the side, these already took 1 charge from Worm Riders. Okay, on top of that, my Shrimp was gradually getting very badly wounded. It's on 12 now. But guess what? He snakes both rows. He snaked on this and snakes on this. This is the bottom of 6, and the game ends. So we are 3-3, and the game ended on a draw. Okay, because he held 1 token on the giant and 2 tokens on the Placoderms here. So the game ended on a draw when he could have won without rolling any dice just by picking up this token. So we are saying, yep, you could have won without rolling any dice, but he was expecting at least one of these 2 to pop. Little did he know he wrote snake eyes for both. So let's move into learning points. As we do so, I will also look up about the rules for stockpile because it is one of the newer scenarios. I haven't played it enough. Okay. If multiple units are touching a single pile, then each unit may take a single token. Yep, so I could have done the maneuver I did just now, which is to have 2 units overlap the pile, so each take 1 token. So you can extract 2 tokens or even more from each pile. Okay, so learning points: don't overextend fragile units like the Half-Elves Berserkers getting killed by a Knucker for no reason. Okay, always set out a second charge or flank charge against things you can't kill alone. Our 2 giants were stuck there for the rest of the game. Okay, beware of the leapers. The leapers with fly, and they can look when charging. They can see 1 height taller, so they can see over their own infantry to charge at your infantry. And in this game, twice his individuals blocked me from multi-charging. Once with Actor standing in front of the Coral Giant, so I couldn't charge 2 units in. And then the other time was with the 2 Mythican, making me unable to fit the other unit charging in. Yep. Yeah, his base was larger at 25 mils, but since he based it that way, we decided to play it that way. If my Hearthguard were a regular infantry at 100 by 80, then I wouldn't have been able to fit also, even if the 2 Mythican was a 20. So yeah, just a series of circumstances, but it is what it is. We play based on the size he based the unit on. So yep, so even the 2 Mythican being an individual could have he blocked off the charge, right? So next, this is a reminder for my opponent: always play for the win that you don't need to roll dice, because once you roll dice, you might fail, right? So with that, that's the end of my battle report. Hope you enjoyed this short one. I'm trying to blitz through the rest of the battle reports I have saved up, because Clash of Kings is coming. People are less inclined to watch battle reports based on the older rule set. So just a quick shout out to my patrons before we go. 1 Peep Anonymous, 2 Peep Thomas Douglas, and 4 Peep Alessandro Serpe. Thank you for supporting my content, and I apologize for having a long break in content at this moment in time. So if you guys enjoyed this video, why not watch another one for more learning points and do all that YouTube stuff. And I do have a podcast as well. You can search Newbie Dice podcast on all your favorite podcast listening apps. And this is my Patreon if you'd like to support me. And till next time, see you in the next one.